This is Shelley Kraft. We're coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the inaugural Marcum MicroCap conference here in New York City, 2012. Hal Compton from Hasco Medical is standing next to me, symbol HASC. Welcome, Hal, to SNNLive.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, let's get right into it.
Okay.
Hasco Medical. Tell me about it.
Most undervalued stock on the stock market today, in my opinion.
I love hearing that. Listen up. Tell me what the company does.
Well, the company today, we're in the medical industry, but we mainly do handicap accessible vans. So we convert Toyota, Chrysler, Honda minivans for handicapped or veterans.
Not only veterans, you got to do more than that.
Oh, we do it for handicap, aging population, baby boomers. That's our growth going forward. Plus, we do a lot of taxi cabs for all the cities. As ADA rules are coming out, more and more cities are requiring that 20% of their taxi cabs are ADA compliant. So today we're doing a lot of business with the state of New York on producing minivans with ramps.
Now, we are in a world that has finally started to help the disabled. Tell me, what about what you do is reimbursable for veterans and other disabled individuals?
All right, for the veterans, it's actually a very neat process for the gentlemen coming back or the ladies coming back from Afghanistan or Iraq. Today we'll convert the minivan and the VA pays to cover it. So if you take a standard minivan, and I'll just use a Chrysler Town and Country as an example, it costs about $40,000 for a minivan. For about another $25,000, we convert the van. We lower the floor 10 to 14 inches, put a ramp in it, put a kneeling system in it so that it'll lower so they can get in and out easily. The veterans will pay $18,800 one-time auto grant to help pay for the chassis, which is the Chrysler Town and Country. They'll pay 100% of the conversion, and then if they need additional product to drive the car with, because we can set it up where you can drive with voice activation, hand controls, so if you have no legs, no arms, we can still make it so you can drive a vehicle. They'll cover 100% of that. So if a vehicle gets up to $100,000 or $150,000, the VA will cover pretty much all of it except $20,000.
Ladies and gentlemen of the armed services or relatives of someone in that situation, please contact this company. I'm going to give you the website right now.
HascoMed.com.
Spell it.
HASCOMED.com, and we have 17 locations up and down the East Coast from Maine and to Tampa, Florida.
What about the West Coast?
We have protected territories very much like a car dealership, so if there's somebody from the West Coast, they can still get a hold of us. We'll put them in touch with a participating dealer that can still help get them this product. It might not be through us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, it's available to you. You may know about it already, but if you don't, I want you to come here. Now, what made you get into this business? What's your background?
Actually, my background is a retailer. I grew up running CompUSA stores, and when Carlos Slim out of Mexico came and bought CompUSA in 1999, I stayed for a few more years running the stores, and then when CompUSA dissolved, I ended up starting our own company, and I wanted to be in a company where I could help improve somebody's life every day, and now I get to get up every day and improve somebody's life. You can't ask for a better job.
Sometimes in life, things happen that cause you to go into a certain business. Is there a backstory that began this story in this company?
Other than both my grandparents being veterans, I wish I could tell you there was some miraculous story, but when we were looking for companies on what we thought was the next niche in America, my father, who's our chairman, and myself found these companies and said, we think that's a good company to be involved in, and we saw the growth potential going forward, and that's how we started.
Where's the company located?
It's now based out of Dallas, Texas, and like I said, we have 17 locations from Maine all the way down to Florida.
I want to speak to him more, but what I really want to get out is the message. The message is that this is the way to get the transportation invitation. It's being offered to you by the administration of our government. Take advantage of it. As a returning veteran, God forbid anything happened to you and you need the van, call these guys. They'll give you, I'm sure.
Even if you're non-veteran, we'll still take care of you. As everybody's getting older, or you need a way to get around or get mom or dad or grandma or grandpa around, this is the best way to do it.
Goes without saying. I'm glad you mentioned that.
But I know you're pushing the veterans, and I appreciate it.
My dad was a veteran too, and it goes all around. Now, website one more time.
hascomed.com. And I'm going to give one last shameless plug.
Go.
The last is we're actually a positive net income company. So not only do we have top line revenue of 70+ million, but we also are profitable, which is one of the few on the OTC. So that's why I believe we're the most undervalued stock out there.
Could very well be. Go check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, Hal Compton, I guess, Jr.
We'll go with that, yes.
Okay.
I've been called worse.
Hasco Medical, symbol HASC. We're at the inaugural Marcum MicroCap conference here in New York City. They're from Dallas. Go to their website, 2012. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Quite welcome.